Hey everybody, welcome to eZeLiving.com. My name is Andy, and I am here with newly founded millionaire, Paul. Now, eZeLiving, as of today, has launched its new webisode series entitled eZeFinance, and how better to get the discussion going than talking about how to choose the right bank. So, Paul, I am here to answer your questions. Go ahead.
Well, the first thing I look for in a bank as a customer is what kind of benefits I'm going to get. Now, I'm looking to invest my new $1 million that I've just come into. So that's a large amount of money, so I'm expecting some pretty spectacular benefits. Besides the benefits, what kind of services I'm going to get? I hate talking to the automated answering machine. I prefer to talk to someone. If I'm going to be investing my hard-earned money, I want to be talking to a real life person that can answer my questions and
Amen to that.
Besides that, what kind of ROI am I going to get? Now, $1 million is a lot of money. I'm handing this over to the bank. I'm expecting a big return on this investment.
Okay, Paul, first things first, service. Now, I think the most important thing you should take into consideration when choosing a bank is, do you have a personal connection with your banker? You're going to be seeing these people frequently. You don't want to see different faces every time you walk into the bank.
That's true.
You want to establish a rapport with your bank. You want to know what your pet peeves are, and they want to know what your pet peeves are. Also, when you're thousands of miles away and you're traveling, it's horrible talking to somebody that is computer animated. You want to talk to a real person, and you want to get real answers. All right, Paul, you also want a staff that knows what they're doing. You don't want to walk into the bank and plan on depositing $100,000 and them saying, Inshallah, this will get done right away. Also, you don't want them to pass the bucket to somebody else and they say, hey, I got to talk to Hassan upstairs. I'll get back to you. No, you want them to do it right then and there. Time is money these days. You want to get things done quickly and swiftly.
That's how I like it. Now, Andy, if I'm going to be opening a bank account with my $1 million, what kind of benefits should I be on the lookout for?
When you're looking at benefits, look for tie-ups. When you open a credit card or a debit card, you want to be able to get points. So that's either for airlines, hotels, spas, or even restaurants. You want to make sure to use those rewards. Also, be careful of the annual fees with these credit cards and debit cards. Get a credit card where you get the most bang for your buck. It's very important. Most banks have online banking these days. Look at the different interfaces for online banking and make sure you pick the one that's easiest for you. And also, make sure that banks aren't charging you if you want paper statements. A lot of banks in the Middle East region are starting to charge people for paper statements, which I think is absolutely ridiculous.
It is. The last thing, Andy, is that I travel a lot, which means that I want my money available to me worldwide. However, I do not want those hidden fees.
Paul, I totally agree with you. Going abroad and paying international transaction fees, it's the worst. So what I suggest is go into the bank, ask them what they're going to charge you for an international transaction fee when you're abroad, and make sure that it's a low rate. Also, overdraft fees. If you go beyond your limits of cash, which I don't think will be a problem for you because you're a millionaire, make sure they don't charge you an arm and a leg for going over your spending limits. Banks that let you know when your balance is low on your checking account or your savings account is always a plus. But I suggest stay responsible and check your bank accounts every day.
Andy, I've looked over a few banks, but I'm yet to find the one that I like. How do I make my final decision?
Now, Paul, this all comes back to why we invest in banks in the first place. You want a good return on your investment. When you open a checking account and a savings account, you want to make sure you get a good rate of interest. And you can only get a good rate of interest when banks invest wisely. Now, you want them to invest in your community, into schools, into public works. You want them to invest in innovation, entrepreneurs such as yourself who made it big. Also, infrastructure, roads, parks, hospitals, things that do good for the community, Paul.
I had no idea my money could reach so far.
Just make sure you take into consideration the points that we talked about when choosing a bank, and you'll be completely fine.
Thanks for the help.
All right, everybody. So we just told you how to find the right bank. This is eZeLiving.com, where you can find anything and everything lifestyle.